You know, when you think about track and field, it's all about those fractions of a second, right? So how do you even define greatness? Is it just that one single explosive moment of victory? Or is it something more, something that lasts? Well, today we're going to dig into the career of an athlete who pretty much gave us the answer, the one and only Carl Lewis. Yeah, this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? Not just fast, enduring. That's the whole thing right there. Carl Lewis's story isn't just about raw speed. It's about a career that was built piece by piece on discipline, on incredible precision, and just amazing longevity. It's all about being enduring. So the big question is, how did he actually do it? I mean, how does one guy dominate across so many different events and for so long against different generations of athletes? That's exactly what we're here to do. We're going to break it all down, look at the architecture of his career, piece by piece. All right, let's start at the very beginning, because here's the thing that's so interesting about Carl Lewis. He wasn't one of those athletes who just exploded onto the scene, already a phenom. No, he was a student of the game, a student of his craft, long before he ever became a champion. I mean, he was literally born into this world. His parents were track coaches, they ran a local club. So imagine this, from day one, he's just surrounded by the mechanics of the sport, the drills, the constant analysis, that relentless push to get better and better. And what that did was, it taught him to value a really methodical preparation, way more than just raw, impulsive talent. And check this out, this is where that whole foundation really gets formalized. He gets to the University of Houston, starts working with Coach Tom Tellez, and all that raw potential gets sharpened into pure precision. It was this simple, repeatable process. First, you analyze the performance. Then, you refine the technique. And finally, you practice executing that new technique under pressure, over and over. This wasn't luck. It was like engineering an athlete. Okay, so with that methodical approach completely locked in, the world was about to find out who Carl Lewis was. This is the moment he stops just being a competitor and starts becoming a true global force. And man, was he setting the stage for something historic. And that signal came through loud and clear in Helsinki 1983. 3 gold medals, count them, the 100 meters, the long jump, and the 4x100 relay. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. He was showing everybody that he could dominate across totally different disciplines, which kind of flew in the face of the idea that you had to specialize. And all of that, it set the stage for this moment. Los Angeles, 1984. 4 gold medals. And get this, in the exact same 4 events that the legend Jesse Owens won, almost 50 years earlier. I mean, just look at this comparison. This achievement wasn't just a personal victory for him. It instantly placed Carl Lewis right into the pantheon of Olympic history. Just incredible. But, his personality, it was really different from what people expected from their heroes back then. He wasn't super emotional or outgoing. He was just focused, controlled, and unapologetically self-assured. And that whole demeanor, well, it made him a pretty complex and honestly, an often misunderstood figure in the public eye. And that complexity, well, it led straight into the next big challenge of his career. Because when you're the best, you are always under the microscope. And for Lewis, that microscope was often focused on scrutiny, on criticism, and on the growing shadow of doping that was starting to hang over the entire sport. A lot of people, especially in the media, saw his quiet confidence and just called it arrogance. But his strategy for dealing with it was always the same. He almost never took the bait. He didn't get into shouting matches with critics or try to change their minds with a bunch of words. Nope, he had a much simpler and way more powerful philosophy. He just let the results speak for themselves. And wow, what a statement those results made. Just look at this timeline right here. 4 consecutive Olympic gold medals in one event, the long jump. This is the definition of sustained excellence. It's an achievement that's still unmatched today. It was the quietest but most undeniable answer to any doubt anyone could possibly have. And his principles were definitely tested, especially during an era when doping was becoming a huge problem in the sport. You probably remember the infamous 1988 100-meter final in Seoul. Well, after the winner was disqualified, Lewis was awarded the gold medal. And for him, this was so much more than just another medal. It felt like a total validation of his very public, very firm stance for a clean sport. So when you really look back at his whole career, the medals, they're only part of the story. His real legacy, the thing that stands out, is how he built it all. This incredible architecture of endurance that was designed from the ground up to last. 9. Just let that number sink in for a second. 9 Olympic gold medals. And they weren't won in just one single blaze of glory. No, they were won consistently over 4 separate Olympic Games against wave after wave of new competitors. It's just staggering. So let's bring it all together. What's the big takeaway here? Well, first, he totally redefined what sustained excellence even means in track. He proved that being versatile, being great at multiple things, wasn't a weakness. He showed that a disciplined, almost scientific approach could absolutely stand up to public doubt. And maybe most importantly, he built a career that you have to measure in decades, not just in the seconds on a stopwatch. And that brings us right back to where we started, that question. Carl Lewis's career gives us a pretty powerful answer, don't you think? It really suggests that maybe the truest measure of greatness isn't just about that one single brilliant flash. Maybe it's found in the steady, enduring light of a lifetime of work.